Hey Bronco Nation, I'm Jordan and we are here in Moab, Utah today. We have our Bronconation Bronco out here in Utah and we figured we'd go explore some trails. Now you have seen us do some harder trails in Colorado and elsewhere. You've seen us do durability testing, the Rubicon, a whole bunch of things. But today we figured we'd do a little bit more moderate to easy trail for the off-roading novice who's wanting to get into things. Maybe you have a Bronco or a Bronco Sport. So we are out here at Schaefer Trail, just about a 20-minute drive from Moab. And just here to create a pretty video for you guys, show you some of the sights, and show you what this Bronco can do. Okay, so for this trail, nothing crazy getting started. We are in 4 high, just in normal goat modes. I do have the sway bar disconnected just to make the ride a little bit more comfortable. Now the awesome thing about Schaefer Trail is that it's super approachable for all skill levels and all Bronco vehicle types. Now, we're obviously in a 4-door Badlands that doesn't have the Sasquatch package, but we have stay bar disconnect, the lockers, the whole 9 yards. But what's great is you don't need that for this trail. If you're in a base Bronco, stock base Bronco, or a Big Bend or Outer Banks or something without Sasquatch package and stay bar and front locker, you're going to be able to do this trail just fine. And same with Bronco Sport. If you have Bronco Sport Badlands, this would be an awesome trail to take it on. It's really scenic, not really any parts where you're going to get hung up, and you can do it easily in an afternoon. So it's a great place to get your feet wet in the off-roading world. Try something out if this is your first off-road vehicle. Just see how you enjoy it. So since we're out here in Moab for the weekend, we figured we'd try out another trail. This one's a little bit slightly more difficult than Schaefer Trail, which we did yesterday. This one is Chicken Corners, which is, the nice thing about it is it's a little bit closer to Moab, so a little bit easier access, but it's slightly longer. Unlike Schaefer Trail, which, well, in theory is supposed to be a one-way trail, it ended up being an out and back. Chicken Corners is an out and back trail, so it's about 20 miles in, 20 miles out, a little bit more difficult through some of the sections. The approach road that we just took in is about 6 miles, and that's just easy dirt road driving, so you could easily take any Bronco Sport up there. But once you get a little bit past that, things do start to get a little more technical. Nothing crazy, you don't need any lockers, at least not yet. If we get to that, we'll let you know. But again, this is just a beautiful scenic trail that you can accomplish in about 4 hours in an afternoon. So if you're coming out to Moab for the weekend, these two trails would be a great combination to get your feet wet in the off-roading space and to try out your new Bronco. Now the cool thing about this trail is that there are a few spots where you can go left or right, one side being easier than the other. This spot is one of them. The left side on going out on the trail is a little bit more difficult than the right. So we're gonna try it. Of course, always get out, check the area, look what you're getting into before you just drive over it. So we're gonna see if the Bronco can handle this. So you don't really need the vehicle, you don't really need lockers for this, but I did put it in 4-low just so I have a little bit more control. And I did put it in rock crawl mode that way, so I can honestly just so I can get the front trail cam on this and just take it slow and steady. See, slow and steady wins the race. Just go slow. You're in control. You're probably gonna brake way before the vehicle will, but just take it nice and easy. Watch where you're going, have a spotter, and you'll be fine. Okay, we've come to this place on the trail now where it's a little bit silty, a little bit sandy, so we figured we'd put it in Baja mode and have some fun in the sand for a little bit. But we made it to Chicken Corners, the end of it at least. 21 miles and a little under 2 hours. The Bronco handled it like a champ. As I said earlier, this is an out and back trail, so we're gonna hang out here for a little bit, enjoy this incredible scenery, and then head back and do it all over again. But we did the whole thing in 4 high. You'll be able to do it too. No lockers, none of that fun stuff. So it's just a nice, easy, approachable trail, as I mentioned. So, although I will say, if you're afraid of heights, don't do this. I think they call it Chicken Corners for a reason, because there are a few times when you're driving on the rim of a cliff. Again, nothing special, just slow and steady wins the race on these. Letting the rock rails do their job. And remember, just because you are past it, there is still 75% of your car payment behind you, so then you're through. Whoop, little bonk there. The thing that I love about the Bronco and just driving it, and you know, is being able to come out and see incredible stuff like this. Now I understand everyone doesn't live in Utah or live in as pretty places, which is totally fine. But the Bronco can be the adventure as much as it can take you to the adventure, with comfort and ease and all the technology to kind of support you and to support that. So, you know, the Bronco can be quote unquote as hands-on as you want it to, or hands-off. You can turn everything off and just, you know, depending on your skill level, drive it as you'd like, or you can turn all the technology on and let the vehicle kind of help you through all this stuff. And that's what's awesome, is you can take a vehicle right off the assembly line or right off the showroom floor and come out and see stuff like this without having to do any modifications. You don't even need a Sasquatch package. You know, this vehicle, honestly, as this is spec'd, is far more capable than this trail requires. So as I was mentioning earlier, it's just, you know, you don't have to do Hell's Revenge, you don't have to do Poison Spider, the big ones. You can come out and do these easier trails and just enjoy your time and tackle this on a Saturday. Well, that wraps it up for us here with a fun weekend in Moab with the all-new Ford Bronco. As you can see, we did find a few puddles on the trail, which was a blast. All in all, Chicken Corners took us 3.5 hours. That was with stopping and filming and going back and all that stuff. Little over 40 miles, averaging about an 11.5 miles per gallon. Used a quarter tank with the 2.7 on the Badlands non-Sasquatch package. So just for reference, always make sure to have plenty of gas, but we did use a quarter tank here. For gear, we brought recovery boards, an air compressor, a recovery strap, soft shackles, screw pin bow shackle. Again, we didn't need any of it, thankfully, and none of the terrain on the trail probably would ever require it, but it's always better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. If you want to see a full breakdown of what you should bring to be safe on the trails, you can watch our Recovery Talk video, which will be linked in the description below, as well as all of our social media channels. Now, Justin McBride, who is a Bronco ambassador, also was here and filmed some videos in Moab just a few weeks ago on some easy trails as well, so his video will be linked in the description. Go check out that one. And if you do any of the trails we have mentioned in our video or his video, make sure you let us know. Tag us, send us photos. We always love seeing what adventures you guys are up to in your all-new Broncos. Until the next time, if you like this video, let us know. Leave us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you have not. And make sure you're following us on all of our socials, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.